Are you just sick of dumping cash into digital marketing and getting less and less back? Well, today we're going to dig into a really powerful idea, how you can stop chasing those crazy high costs and instead build a growth engine that's not only profitable, but is actually driven by your community. It's all about democratizing AI prosperity, and we're going to break down exactly how it works. But let's start here with a question that probably keeps a lot of us up at night. Why is sustainable growth so darn hard? You know the feeling, right? You're constantly pushing, constantly hustling for traction, but it feels like you're running on a treadmill. Well, the truth is, the old way of doing things, it's just not working anymore. So first up, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. We're going to get right to the heart of that frustration and look at why the traditional ways of getting and keeping customers are not just expensive, they're fundamentally broken for the world we live in today. Okay, check this out, because this slide says it all. Over on the left, you've got that old, leaky, siloed funnel. You pour all this time, money, and energy into the top, and just a tiny trickle of results comes out the bottom. It's a one-way street to burnout. But look at the right. That's a smarter way, a dynamic flywheel that actually builds on its own momentum. This is the big shift we have to make. And let's put some numbers on this because this is just wild. Often a staggering 65% of marketing spend is just to get attention. Think about that. You're fighting algorithms, you're paying for costly ads. A huge chunk of your resources are gone before you've even made a real connection, with zero guarantee of return. And here's the real kicker. After you spent all that money just to get a customer in the door, it can cost you anywhere from 5 to 25 times more to keep them around. That's insane. It points directly to the biggest flaws in that old model: weak engagement and customers churning out. It's just a recipe for disaster. But what if there was a better way? This number, this is the good news. It represents the absolutely incredible and usually completely untapped power of referrals. A 91.5% ROI isn't some fantasy number. It's the proven result of network effects, of real people advocating for you because they trust you. So the real question is, how do we actually tap into that? And that brings us right to the solution. We're done talking about the leaky bucket. Now we're going to talk about building a self-sustaining ecosystem. This is the smart community flywheel. And honestly, this is where it all starts to get really, really exciting. And here it is. This diagram shows the model in a nutshell. See, instead of a funnel that loses energy, this is a cycle that gains it. The effort you put into earning real attention feeds directly into customer retention. When people are happy and engaged, they naturally drive authentic referrals. And guess what? Those referrals bring in even more high-quality attention. Suddenly, all that wasted ad spend is being turned into a referral engine that just gets stronger over time. So what do we even mean by a smart community? It's not just some buzzword, I promise. Think of it as a collaborative ecosystem. It's where businesses, nonprofits, and the actual members of the community all work together. They share value, they support each other, and they create a true win-win-win for everybody involved. It's about breaking down those silos that hold everyone back. Okay, so how do we pour jet fuel on this flywheel? The answer is AI. This AI prosperity flywheel shows how artificial intelligence becomes the ultimate accelerator. It gives you access to unbelievable tools. It powers the application of your ideas at scale, it strengthens the entire ecosystem with data, and it helps you develop the skills to keep it all spinning faster and faster. We're talking about exponential growth, not just slow and steady. Now, this all sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually build it? So in this next part, we're going to look at a tangible, step-by-step path to make this whole transformation a reality. We're taking these big ideas and turning them into concrete actions. So here's a bird's eye view of what that journey could look like. It can be a structured 8-week process that takes you right from the initial idea to an actual launch. You could start in week 1 just by nailing down your smart community strategy, and by the end, you're actually hosting an event to show the world what you've built. It's a clear, manageable roadmap. And let's zoom in on a few key moments. In the very first week, the focus is all about strategy, and you walk away with a solid 1-page plan. By week 2, you're already mapping out your entire ecosystem of partners, and it all leads up to a final presentation or a demo day. The key here is that every single stage has a clear focus and something you can actually hold in your hands, a tangible deliverable that keeps the momentum going. Okay, so you've gone through the transformation, you've built the flywheel. What does that actually look like day to day? Well, this final section is all about the incredible tools and the much bigger vision that this whole ecosystem approach unlocks for you and for your community. This right here, this is the engine that powers your new smart community. When you're part of an all-in-one ecosystem, you can get access to what you might call AI superpower apps. So, for example, the AI social app could automatically create and schedule amazing content just for your community, saving you hours every single week while boosting your engagement. These tools give you a serious, almost unfair advantage. So, to wrap it all up, the value you get from this approach is just huge. You're getting hands-on AI training, you get access to a virtual space with all these powerful tools, you get entry into a smart community for collaboration, and you even get crowdfunding tools to help fuel your mission. And this model can even be used to do incredible things for nonprofits and other important social causes. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Some of the biggest names out there, like McKinsey and Deloitte, have already figured this out. They've recognized that building ecosystems is the most cost-effective way to get to hypergrowth in today's economy. And when you power that ecosystem with AI, well, that flywheel spins even faster. You know, at the end of the day, this is about so much more than just growing a business. The real mission here is to democratize AI prosperity for everyone. It's about creating this incredible, balanced relationship between businesses, communities, and nonprofits, where everyone gets to benefit from the success and everyone helps lift each other up. So, I want to leave you with this one question to think about. Looking at this model, thinking about your own work, your own passions, and your own neighborhood, what role could you play in building and strengthening a smart community? Because the possibilities, well, they're truly endless.